Hello everyone, and welcome back to Mordor. We're just coming down from the eye of the capture of Minas Tirith here, and now we've just got to return to everyday life within our kingdom. We do have the upper hand now, though, and from here, really, it's just downhill. It's a downhill struggle to destroy Gondor. Not so much a struggle on our end, it's a struggle for them. They have to try to survive our onslaught, but before we really get into the meat of the episode here, let's just take a look at our notifications. Lagaf is trying to adopt, of course. We have a guild improvement available in Minas Tirith, which is a Master Thieves Guild, and I'm going to decline that because we did build the last building as well, but it is nowhere to be found in Gondor. There's the regular Thieves Guild, which I don't think we're going to need. I'm going to destroy that. And we just blew a couple thousand gold coins. I think it was last turn actually to build that guild, and it never appeared. So that's definitely disappointing. We have a new mission to blockade the port of Pelargir, and let's see. I may be able to do this easily by recruiting a mercenary transport ship, but it's not really worth it because the reward for this mission is 1,000 gold coins. Recruiting this ship is going to cost 900 and an additional 180 per turn. So if we were to complete that objective, we would actually lose money, which seems kind of silly to me. But we're just absolutely swimming in fucking money right now, you guys. And we're going to pump as much of that back into our economy as possible. With a little bit of recruitment going on in Barad-dûr, we can recruit... actually, we have done... We've recruited our first Uruk unit in Barad-dûr, and we're going to recruit a unit of Uruk halberds as well. And we have a troll breeder on the way, which was a pretty penny. Where has my gold gone? I believe it's due to this Temple of Melkor, yes, which is 2,200 gold coins. We can spend the rest via Muslin here. Muslin is moving to the very edges of our territory to place a watchtower, so we can keep an eye on the Rohirrim on our western borders in the north there, northwestern borders, if you will. I've got my spies just kind of patrolling and rolling around Gondor right now. Brannon is really the only opposition of Gondor in sight right now. There's a few units in Pelargir. Daniel Radcliffe's older brother, of course, is keeping guard there. And then, Brannon is the only free-moving Gondorian army that I've seen so far. Luckily for us, Arnak is really, really undermanned, so we can just pretty much march in with Dawn-Death and take it. The only issue there is we would leave Minas Tirith open to attack from Brannon. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to have Hormrath of Deer be our rear guard, so he can stay behind whilst Dawn-Death and Dwarf get about their business. Dawn-Death is, of course, the leader of the Western troops, which is an ancillary he has somewhere. Commander of the Western troops, there it is. And as a result, he can dismantle Gondor from within. Dwarf is not exactly a commander of anything right now, but he is the guardian of the Black Gate. And as we all know, the strongest defense is a strong offense. So he's going to become the leader and commander of our northern troops, which is a title that Lagaf, our faction leader, currently holds, unfortunately. Lagaf is going to place a tower right about here. He's going to drop 200 gold coins to do that, and now we have a better idea of any incoming attacks from Dale. Speaking of Dale, I don't think they want a ceasefire. I believe we did actually talk to them beforehand, and they said it was very demanding, so we just did the exact same thing we did there, just basically said, fuck it, we'll talk to you later. Rune is currently keeping Dale in check, so that's great. Harad is doing the same for Gondor in the south. I believe that Harad is going to take Linhir any day now, because it appears to be under siege, so I assume that there's a massive army of Harad down there. Luckily for us, we've got a bit of a resting period here, so we can begin to really focus on our next objectives and build up our armies and our economy, etc., etc. Right now, my main focus is going to be getting Dwarf in the north, and we don't actually need to take too many units because there's quite a large army in Thornburg at the moment. and there will be an even larger one when we're through. We're going to take an additional 4 units up north to reinforce, and we'll leave 3 units in the Black Gate, which should be more than enough to garrison said territory. Where else can we recruit? I think we're going to hold off on recruiting for now. I think what we need to do is recruit a bunch of strong elite units and forego crappy militia, well, orc bands and the like for now, because, I mean, we have quite a few of them. I forgot, Malglad is quite ready to upgrade as well, and I'm not sure where have I dumped all my cash. It was in Minas Tirith and Barad-dûr, but I thought I had thrown some down elsewhere as well. Let's see, let's get rid of these Uruk halberds, and we will build a wooden palisade around Malgalad. There we go. For 1,000 gold coins, Malgalad shall be secure. And then, thusly, I will get the vote of all the paranoid mothers around the world. Okay, Gorshag is going to march north and attempt... Oh, shit. We've just bumped into the dwarves. And he's going to... Well, she is going to... I don't know what gender this thing is. It has very feminine features to my eye. It looks like an old hag, but more than likely it's a man. Because does such a thing as a female orc exist? I don't know. It's Gorshag to me is just a massive he-she. There's Isengard. Between Gorshag and Ugnag, we're going to get our map completely filled in. All we need to do now is talk to the orcs of Gundabad, who I assume are somewhere in the north here, and then after that we'll have to talk to the dwarves as well. But there we go. We can retrain a few units in Minas Tirith as well to get better armor. For example, these Morning Guard can retrain. Like I was saying, though, Hormarath of Deer can be our strength in the rear guard there. He can be our defending army, if you will, whilst Dwarvois and Dawndeath go about their business. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just repeating myself here, so let's just end the turn and get on with it. Alright, we still have a lot of gold. We're getting about, I think it's 2,500, 3,000 gold coins per turn, which is quite, oh shit. Which is quite a turnover. Look at that. Brandon has just come fucking marching full tilt. Look how far he can go in one turn. That is unbelievable. Can Dawndeath go that far? No, what the fuck? I believe the AI have a massive boost to their movement because, gee golly, you saw how far they've gone. But anyway, there we go. What's his name? Muslin has dropped a tower on the border of Mordor and Rohan, and now we're going to drop an additional tower up north here because, as you can see here, there's 2 river crossings here, so I'm going to split the difference and place one here just in case the Rohirrim get wise and they come from the north. Likewise, Laguf is going to do the exact same thing for Thornburg. There's another road here. I'm sure we can intersect it somewhere like so, and we'll build another tower somewhere around here, and we'll have a better idea of what's going on there. Now, Captain Nuzu is heading towards Thornburg, and I meant to send Dwarvois last turn, but we'll do it this turn. He'll take these orc archers, these 2 orc raiders, and leave the rest. There we go. Yeah, we don't have to bring too many units with Dwarvois because he will take command of the army in Thornburg. And speaking of the army in Thornburg, we can actually pull a few units back for retraining. These 3 should suffice. We'll send them back to Barad-dûr. In Barad-dûr, we have quite a few units to send elsewhere. Our first unit of Uruks, as well as some raiders and the like. Well, no raiders, but orc bands and a mauler unit. I'm still having some trouble allocating, like using my maulers correctly. I think they're like a shock troop that more than likely has a bunch of armor pierce, but I keep neglecting to use them correctly. And I imagine Uruk halberds are the elite version of them. But for some reason, I just can't get my head around it. But here we go. We're going to merge some units in Minas Tirith, so Dawndeath has a better army to deal with Brannon. Hormarath of Deer can't actually make the journey to reinforce, as someone is slowing him down. I'm not sure who it is, though. Pretty much everyone, it appears. Yes, every single infantry unit is slowing him down. So we're going to send Hormarath of Deer. Probably, actually no, you know what, we'll wait to see what Brannon does. Hormarath can actually reinforce Minas Tirith if he is to besiege it. He does have quite a lot of infantry, I believe. Let's get Luglund to get some eyes on. There we go. Yes, he has... Shit, he has a ton of, like, strong Gondorian units as well. Professional units, if you will. Now, in the north, Gorshag, the he, she, it, hermaphrodite type situation. What is a good name for an androgynous orc? Like, politically correct wise, if you know what I mean. Oh shit, look at this. We just bumped into the Orcs of Gundabad. Like, what are the fucking chances? We're gonna get an alliance, trade rights, and maps. Hopefully that passes their gaze, their judging gaze. There we go. Okay, we now are allied with the Orcs of Gundabad, which is freaking fantastic, considering that they are the last evil faction for us to have contacted, I believe. Now we just have to get into contact with the dwarves, and we're about to do that any second now. Okay, I think I have more agents, actually. I should have... here we go. I do have the one diplomat in Dale. I wonder if we should get a ceasefire with the High Elves for now, whilst we try to reorganize quickly here. It's hard to say. We've got a few more units for Hormarath of Deer. How many archers does he have? None. He's got one unit, so we'll give him another. We've got a ton of Orc Band in East Osgiliath, and I'm going to take these two, actually, and give them to Hormarath. There you go. Now he's got a full frickin' army. And we have a few more units heading towards the Osgiliaths. There we go. Those two will be there within the next few turns. We've got these 4 men moving. And when I say men, I mean orcs, of course. Okay, there we go. I think we're pretty much ready to end the turn yet again. We just have to blow our remaining gold on something or other. We've got 2,800 gold coins to throw down the drain. Malgalad is 2 turns away from having been upgraded. Durthang has nothing to build. Let's just do this. Kirathungul, nothing. Mount Doomington, our large town, actually, would be a good sink of cash. Unfortunately, there's not really many options. A camp guard, perhaps, not really necessary. Leather tanner, a boar breeder would be good. A guardhouse, so we can get a diplomat. Maybe a butchery, so we can get another spy. I don't know if I'm willing to drop 900 gold coins for another spy, though. Baradur, of course, building a troll breeder. Nargroth, nothing. Little Marshall, absolutely nothing. Perhaps a Shrine of Melkor, though. No, we have no issues with culture right now. Nurnen has a high tax rate, and I would like to push it to even higher levels. Unfortunately, I don't have the public order to sustain that. This dungeon would allow us to recruit an assassin, which would be frickin' sweet. And I don't actually have any buildings that would increase public order, except for this camp guard. Not good enough. I could build a troll cage somewhere, which would increase our output of trolls, but that's not really necessary, I don't think. But we can build roads, actually, in Druedin Village, which I gotta call Druedin Village with a capital V. There we go. I'm gonna build roads, I believe. That might be a good investment. It will increase trade by 4 gold coins, and it will actually increase corruption by 1 gold coin as well. How about a grain exchange? 4 gold coins as well. A hunting lodge, perhaps, would more than double our harvest. But I think I need to build a Shrine of Melkor, actually. We'll build a Shrine of Melkor, then some roads, and then a hunting lodge. There we go. We've got a bunch of money just dropped into Druedin Village there. Now, Minas Tirith can probably build a grain exchange as well to increase a bit of trade there. I'm going to retrain this unit and that unit for armor, because we always need armor. Actually, a good thing to save up for would be this mining network, and we should have... No, we're just a few thousand gold coins short by next turn, which is going to be coming up pretty soon here, though. That's certainly something. Here we go. It appears that Brannon has retreated to some ungodly edge of the universe, but it's just up to debate where he has gone. We know that his army has a massive amount of movement points for some odd reason. I just could not tell you where he has gone. Lynn here still remains firmly in the Gondorian hands. Gee Willikers, I honestly have no freaking clue where this guy has gone, and it kind of worries me a little bit. If I had an idea, it wouldn't be such a big deal. Oh my god. Let's see, can we use the Palantir perhaps? Would that allow us to find him? How do we do this again? F1. That gives us the help, and then it's... I think it's F3, okay. Let's hit this, boom! F3, use the eye. We will... view locally. This is not locally. This is the lands of Harad. I'm not really interested. Let's get... Oh no, this is Dale, which I suppose is helpful, but very marginally. Let's get going down to... Yes, Minas Tirith. Let's go. No, this is not going... Oh shit, there we... It actually fucking worked. My goodness. I can't believe we actually saw Brand. What are the fucking chances? I didn't actually expect that to work, but there you go. We've done it. We spotted Brandon, and he somehow has moved through our zone of control, and now he lies entirely outside of our grasp, which is a little disconcerting. Hormarath of Deer is nowhere near ready to reinforce, unfortunately. Let's see. Where the hell was he again? We're going to build another watchtower just before we get too nuts with this stuff. I'm going to get Muslin to head back to this village just in case shit goes down. He's got to be in here somewhere. I can't quite recall, but Dawn Death can cover the most ground without his catapult. But let's see if we can make it with the catapult. And if not, we can just leave it behind and send it back to Minas Tirith. Oh shit, Minas Tirith is actually going to revolt pretty soon here. There we go. We've cranked taxes all the way down, which has actually hurt our income quite a bit. Who'd have thunk? Dwarvois continuing ever onward. We've got some more units heading north. Captain Blugblug is heading to Barad-dûr. Lagif, of course, building another watchtower. There he is. Boom, we're going to have to build yet another in the north, though, so we can get some eyes on, whatchamacallit, Mirkwood there, the entrance and exit of Mirkwood. That would be great. Yeah, we can also recruit a bit in Barad-dûr, which would be a good idea to keep the pressure on with some Orc Raiders and some Uruk Halberds. There we go. I don't want to go completely nuts with the recruitment, though. I want to maintain that surplus for a little while, just so we can... hold on, I'm going to disband this catapult. Boom, and I'll keep the troll catapult just to keep costs down. This guy can... Ooh, there we are. Now, Hormarath will have to abandon that catapult, and he will move to support Dawn Death. There we go. Dawn Death, though, is desperately trying to find Brannon, and there he is. We found him, and if we abandon the catapult, we can attack him. I'm not sure if we'll do that, though, considering how strong his army is. So we'll move Dawn Death back a little bit, see if we can goad Brannon into attacking us, and then perhaps we can retreat and attack with both armies next turn. That would be freaking great. I'm not very confident that he'll go for it, but you can always wish upon a star. You know what? I'm feeling very thankful right now. I don't know, I'm just pulling that out of my ass. That is not true in the least. But I do need to continue to throw down a bit of cash, and no, I'm not gonna... Oh my god, our income has been cut by quite a bit because we had to turn down the taxes for Minas Tirith, and turned it down for what? Just so that we could attack Brannon. The fucking Speedy Gonzales of Gondor, apparently. Him and his army just fucking... In 2 turns, they made it from Pelargir all the way up to here. And if I were to take Dawn Death to Pelargir here, it would take fucking 3 turns. Well, granted, he does have a catapult. Let's see. There we go. No. That's what I meant to do. Okay. It would take Dawn Death a grand total of 2 turns, actually, to make it this... Okay, I guess it's not that far-fetched. But, anyway, you know what? Let's just end another turn here. We're just fucking flying through the turns. My goodness. Okay, goodness gracias. Brannon has just marched right by Dawn Death and right by Minas Tirith, and now he's on our borders. So I'm going to put Dawn Death back in Minas Tirith. This is freaking ridiculous, actually. This is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Brannon is just, like, stomping all over the land. Unfortunately for us, though, we do have a bit of action from Rohan here. Glaubeam has just come out of nowhere and he's stomping around our lands. I think he is actually chasing after an Orcs of Gundabad army somewhere out there, but he is not being very successful in that chase. So we might have to put him down with Hormarath, who is going to meet him on the field of battle. This Troll Catapult is very freaking slow, my goodness. I guess Gazran is going to be Hormarath's right-hand man. So we're going to have to move Rand here to West Osgiliath, I believe. There we go, and remove a bunch of these units too. No, East Osgiliath is very choked about that whole situation, which they're rightly what they rightly should be, because we have very high taxes going on there. Speaking of taxes, Minas Tirith has the taxes cranked right up yet again, and we're not going to spend a single gold coin for as long as possible here, because we need to save up for these mining networks here, which will give us a small, modest boost in mining income. There we go. Okay, now we've upgraded Malgalad, and we have a bunch of temples all over the fucking place. It's looking pretty creepy. We've got all these shrines to Sauron. We've got, like, I don't know, charms and shit from his house. We've got lockets of his hair. We've got some candles lit. We've got actually a framed photo of him when he was like 6 years old. It's very, very weird. We can do a bunch of shit in Malgalad, actually, but I'm trying not to spend money. Shit. You know what? Yeah, let's not spend any money for as long as possible here. The Dark Lord of Mordor is very pleased with us, despite the fact that we did not join his invasion, which is a little odd. He should be a little... I think he should be miffed about that whole situation, but nevertheless, he is absolutely pleased with us. Let's put Hormarath of Deer right in the fucking way. Actually, let's see if we can get, like, an ambush position going on. Is that an ambush position? Is this an ambush position? No, I guess... None of this is an ambush position, but regardless, we're going to put Hormarath of Deer right in the way. So if Glaubeam wants to attack us, he's going to have to either go around us or right through us. And if he tries to go through us, we can just attack him with Dawn Death and the like. Karendros has a bit of a garrison, but we could probably do a little bit better in that regard, but not right now because we're trying to pinch pennies a bit. Let's see what's going on in the south here. We got good old Luglun. Good old almond-faced Luglun. My god. I thought Harad would capture Lynn here by now, but no, they've been beaten back, it appears. Akil the Merciful has not actually... He's been too merciful. He has not been too dickish. Well, not dickish enough, I would say. In his battle with Gondor, he should have captured this shit by now. We've also got Captain Back here, who is apparently fleeing back to the home territories there. Look at this, what a coward. Pelargir remains very weak, as well as Arnak, but Brannon remains strong and fast, and that is a deadly combination. Okay, you know what, let's end yet another turn. Oh shit, we got a Sylvan army here, Captain Lancierin, and he's got a very tiny army. We could just march out with Laguf and absolutely dominate these assholes. Right now, shit, no. I left Thornburg undefended. I didn't realize that we would not be able to attack. I could probably attack with the rest of the army. No, I can't even attack with these assholes. What's going on there? I was going to auto-resolve this assault, but apparently I can't even do that shit. Dwarvois is still 2 turns away as well, which is not really ideal. Okay, you know what? Let's end another turn, and hopefully this captain doesn't just occupy Thornburg, because I'd be pretty upset if that were the case. So it appears that the Gondorians are slowly beating back Harad, and we've actually also witnessed our very first fleet. Look at this, a Gondorian fleet, and it's quite pretty. It's got wonderful sails and the like. Brannon has disappeared yet again, so I'm going to have to find him with our spies. He could be frickin' anywhere by now, and by golly, I really need to know where he is. He's our only Gondorian opposition now, and he can't be hiding up here again, can he? No, I have no clue where this fucking asshole... Oh shit, he's right by Arnak. That's just fine. That's an acceptable movement. Glaubeam, on the other hand, has just marched danger close to Minas Tirith, which was very, very silly of him. I don't know what the hell he's thinking. Look at this. We built a troll breeder in Barad-dûr, which I don't know... Oh shit, we can immediately recruit some trolls. which would be wonderful, but I'm still saving up for those mines. Yeah, I don't know. Does that troll breeder increase the speed in which we generate troll units? I don't know, because if you look at a troll breeder, actually, let's get the building browser here. If you were to look at a troll breeder and a troll cage, it's got the exact same stats, and, well, the troll training ground is wonderful because it lets you recruit the Olaghai, which are the armored trolls, specifically bred for battle. I'm kind of wondering if the troll breeder is like a necessary step to get, a necessary stepping stone to get the next level of troll breeder. And it doesn't actually give you any benefits, but I'm really also hoping that it increases the speed in which trolls appear, because that would be freaking fantastic. I want to put these Uruks and these Orc Maulers into Dondeth's army. So what I'm going to do right now for this turn is I'm going to plop Dondeth right here, and then I'm going to get Hormarath of Deer right here. Look at that. We've got Hormarath and Dondeth sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S I-N-G Glaubeam. I was going to say F-U-C-K-I-N-G ing Glaubeam. That's probably what's going to be happening within the next few turns here. Look at this. This captain is very pleased to return back to his hometown of Mordor, his actual true home kingdom, I suppose. Luckily, Laguf has not left Thornburg to despair. That elvish general has fled, actually, even further south, which is very odd. I suppose we'll have to get to putting up some watchtowers here so we actually have an idea what the elves are doing, which is a several-turn journey for Laguf, apparently. But one more turn, Dwarvois will have taken Thornburg, which is fantastic. We also need to repair some shit in Thornburg eventually, because we still have not done, unfortunately. Let's see, what am I thinking? Okay, what I'm thinking, in the north, Dwarvois is going to try to draw a stalemate with the elves for as long as possible if they do not accept this ceasefire, that is. And,
At once.
yes, we just wanted to hold on to our northern territories as long as possible. Concentrate the elven attacks into Thornburg if at all possible. And actually, this will allow us to push even further south into the rich and weak Gondorian lands, so I'd like to capture them before Harad gets to them. Because I think now the race is on. Gondor is starting to crumble now that we've taken Minas Tirith, so we really need to concentrate on taking their lands now. What I'm going to do, though, is probably wrap it up here. I think this is a long enough episode, and I'm going to leave you with this sweet cliffhanger here. When we come back, we'll have Dondeth and Hormarath of Deer totally fuck up Glaubeam and his petty Rohan army, his Rohirrim army of Rohan, I suppose is the correct terms. Glaubeam and Egbert! He's got fucking Egbert with him. I don't know if you guys remember who Egbert is, but he is not courageous and he is not a noble commander. This is the guy that decided to attack the Black Gate with a small, measly little army, and we drove him off, and he actually ran. I believe he was like the last man standing of his entire army, and he fucking fled the battlefield. It was amazing. So he has actually been branded as a major coward, like a massive coward in our books. So there you go. We have attacked Glaubeam, and we'll have to slay him next video. So as per usual, everyone, thank you for watching. Greatly appreciated. Leave a like if you're so inclined. Leave a comment. I enjoy comments more than likes because then I can actually talk to you. A like just tells me that you like something, so it's like just sticking your thumbs up right in my face, which I mean is pleasant. I enjoy the positive reinforcement, but I would much rather actually discuss and converse with you all. But anyway, I'm rambling yet again, but I'll see you guys next video.